Imagine waking up at 60 and realizing you're free. Not because you got lucky, but because years ago you made some smart, simple decisions about how you saved your money. That's what this video is about. Do you know how much the average American has saved for retirement? According to Empower, the overall average 401k balance is $340,364. But that number tells very different stories depending on your age. People in their 20s average around $116,872, while people in their 50s top the charts at $629,000. So where do you fall? In this video, we're breaking down average 401k balances by age, how they compare to what you could have saved, and most importantly, what you can do right now to close the gap. Let's get into it. Your 20s. People in their 20s have an average 401k balance of $116,872, though the median is $43,192, which is probably a more realistic picture of where most people actually are. It's also worth noting that only about 54% of people under 25 are even participating in a 401k, the lowest of any age group. So if you're in your 20s and already contributing, you're ahead of nearly half your peers just by showing up. The single best thing you can do right now is just start. If you've got high interest debt, work on paying that down first, but then save as much as you possibly can. Time is your biggest advantage here. The longer your money sits and grows, the more compounding works in your favor. We're talking potentially life-changing differences over 40 years. By your 30s, the average balance climbs to $212,356, with a median of $78,857, and participation rates jump to around 84%. That's a big leap from your 20s, and it makes sense. People are more established in their careers and starting to take retirement more seriously. Your 30s are also a great time to get aggressive about paying off non-mortgage debt, especially credit cards. Here's why. Your 401k might be earning you around 8% a year, but if you're carrying credit card debt at 20% interest, you're losing that battle fast. Knock out the high interest stuff, then redirect that money into your retirement account. In your 40s, the average balance jumps to $409,686, and the median sits at $156,675. Participation rates climb to around 88%. Most people at this stage are in the game. The question is how much they're putting in. By this point, you want to be pushing toward maxing out your 401k every year. The annual limit in 2025 is $23,500. If you're not there yet, look at your budget and ask, what can I adjust to get closer? Every extra dollar you contribute now has years to grow. And you don't want to look back and wish you'd started sooner. Your 50s. Your 50s are where the highest averages show up. $629,000 on average, with a median of $246,554. Participation peaks here too, at around 90%. People in their 50s tend to be at or near their highest earning years, and the numbers reflect that. And there's another reason balances peak here. Once you hit 50, you qualify for catch-up contributions. That means you can contribute an extra $7,500 on top of the regular $23,500 limit, for a total of $31,000 per year in tax-advantaged retirement savings. And if you're between 60 and 63, there's a special super catch-up that bumps that extra amount to $11,250. Use it if you can. Your 60s. Participation actually hits its highest point in your early 60s, around 92%. But the average balance starts to dip, coming in at $576,755, with a median of $187,249. Some people are already drawing down their savings, while others are still contributing hard in their final working years. If you're in your early 60s, retirement isn't just an abstract idea anymore. It's getting real. This is the time to start asking the big questions. When do you want to stop working? What does your ideal retirement actually look like? What are your social security benefits, and when's the smartest time to start collecting them? If you're married, are you eligible for spousal or survivor benefits? These decisions can have a huge impact on your income in retirement. Here are 4 tips to take now to help improve your retirement readiness. 1. Save early, often and aggressively. I know saving's hard when you're young and not making much, and it's hard when you're older and life keeps throwing big expenses at you. But here's the truth, the biggest threat to your retirement isn't a bad market or a rough year, it's doing nothing. 2. Don't count on Social Security alone. Nearly half of Americans plan to retire between ages 60 and 69, and most of them expect Social Security to be a big part of their income. But here's something worth knowing. According to the Social Security Administration, the Social Security Trust Fund is on track to be depleted by 2034. After that, benefits would be paid only from ongoing tax revenue, which likely means reduced payments. About 3 in 4 Americans say they rely or expect to rely on Social Security in retirement. That's a lot of eggs in one basket. Your 401k and other savings are how you protect yourself if that basket gets smaller. 3. Get realistic about when you want to retire. This one sounds simple, but most people don't actually sit down and do it. Your savings goal looks completely different if you want to retire at 50 versus working until you're 72. Ask yourself, what does retirement actually cost for me? What's my lifestyle going to look like? How much do I need per year to live comfortably for the rest of my life? Once you have a real number, you can build a real plan. 4. Use every tool available to you. There are so many free and low-cost tools out there to help you track your spending, model your retirement projections, and understand your full financial picture. Not using them is like driving with your eyes closed. At minimum, know where your money is going and whether you're on track. In conclusion, understanding where you stand and what's possible is the whole point. If your balance isn't where you want it, that's not a reason to give up. It's a reason to start closing the gap. Max out your 401k if you can. Save in other ways too. And even if you can't hit every target perfectly, contributing more than you are today will always get you closer than doing nothing at all.